Amen? Amen. Well, folks, welcome to the Ostrander Awards. Amen? Are you excited to be here? Amen. Excited to think that some of you is going to be walking out of here tonight toting you a plaque home to hang on your walls. Amen? Amen. How do y'all like my outfit tonight? You know, my husband Herschel usually makes all my clothes. And for you men folks here, he's also a wonderful tailor too. Amen? He'll meet you anywhere you'd like to measure up your inseam. Amen? He's been known to meet men at rest stops all up and down I-40 to measure that inseam. Amen? I'm sure that there's many here tonight that's been out to the church to see some of our theater productions, and you may recognize me as directress of our annual living Christmas tree at the church. Amen? Amen. Or as organizer of our annual Halloween End Times House of the Apocalypse. First link on the prayer chain. Middle C in the adult handbell choir. Head writer for the evangelistic puppet ministry. Or as directress and founder of our young people's theater troupe, which we call Christian Learning Utilizing Theatrical Zeal. Amen? Or CLUTZ for short. But folks, I'll tell you, you don't have a list of theater credentials like that and it stays secret for long. Amen? So when I picked up the telephone and heard Sister Janie McCreary's voice on the other end, I had no doubt of what she was going to beg me to do. Amen? She was hoping to find somebody that could step in front of a group of mixed up, drunken, godless, heathen theater folks and bring a little morality and family values to the evening. Amen? Can I get an amen? A few weeks ago, Janie called me up and asked me to go see a play with her. Anyhow, Janie and me arrived at the Circuit Playhouse over on Popular and took our seats in the front row to look at this play called Little Dog Lane. And let me tell you, we found ourselves titillated against our will. Janie, were you not titillated against your will? I knew you was. Well, the first thing that happens is the most fiercest talking woman you've ever heard in your life started in. So I just reached right over and switched off Janie's hearing aid. Unfortunately, I've got perfect hearing, so I had to sit and listen to every word of it. And then the clothes started coming off. And there we sit. Two upstanding Christian ladies sandwiched in and trapped with a naked rear end not 10 feet away from her. His old wad dangling down between his legs. Let me tell you, folks. Let me tell you, it is very unsettling to think you're going to see a play about some cheerful puppy dogs and wind up with a face full of scrotum. Amen? Trust me. When I see my husband Herschel laid out in the lazy boy watching Project Runway, I see all the scrotum I need to see poking out of his boxer shorts without having to pay good hard-earned money to look at it. Can I get an amen, Janie? Amen, Janie. So when Janie reminded me of that little incident, I knew that this community needed a Christian role model. Amen? Somebody that'll take a stand for decency and family values. Amen? And when I agreed to hostess up your rewards tonight, I can't say I wasn't a little scared. You know, when you associate with theater folks, you just never know the kind of people you're going to be dealing with. It's kind of like going to the zoo. Amen? And I've read them Jackie Collins books about showbiz types that will lay with anybody just to get a leading role. Amen? And of course, as directress of our annual Living Christmas Tree, I have no doubt that at some point during the evening, I will be propositioned by somebody looking to trade their body for a starring role at the church. Needless to say, I have my stun gun in my purse, as well as plenty of pamphlets on hand to deal with the conversion of whores. So despite the scrotum incident, I was pleased to find a rare sprinkling of godly theater around town this year. Amen? Amen. From the Herald Theater in Collierville, where we saw a Bible story singing dance, amen, as Joseph bragged about his coat of many colors in Joseph and his amazing dream coat, amen. At Germantown Community Theater, family values was front and center as we watched the struggles of an American family in raising in the sun. Amen? The University of Memphis showed us the perils of sin, amen, as they took us on a voyage straight to hell in Eurydice. Rhodes College managed to tame a shrew, while in Fat Pig, they also showed us the terrible plight of the heavyset. At Theater Memphis, even ugly people got a shot, amen? As a hideous man with a 2-inch appendage attempts to ask a woman out on a date. Theater Memphis also showed us that they either reject ageism or have a really good insurance policy as they encouraged a brittle Barry Fuller to stand in a chair. Amen? In Siriano. At the Circuit Playhouse, we also saw good old American capitalism at work as Jackie Nichols made another blatant attempt to sell tickets. Amen? This time trying to empty the pockets of every red hat lady in the greater Mid-South. Amen? I mean, why else would he do that show? On the square, amen, at Playhouse on the Square, the differently abled were recognized in light at the pizzeria. Amen. As Carla McDonald took a trip to Italy with a retarded daughter. Watched with mouths agape as a crippled Juliet was lifted from her wheelchair to dance. Her lifeless legs flailing around like a rag doll. And for those of you that didn't see it, I ain't even kidding.